I'm pissed off.
What? Hi. Hi guys. I'm pissed.
The reason why I'm mad is because my view on this whole thing that's happening, I feel like we're now, excuse me, I feel like things are getting too out of hand. I feel like Trump, the president, and I use that very loosely, move, thank you. Yes, it's my milk. I use that very loosely. That Trump, the president of the United States, is playing trick of hands or sleight of hands. What I mean by that is because he's wanting people to look at his left hand so you don't see what his right hand is doing. Meaning, he's talking about the NFL and the NBA and other things about the protest of the players kneeling or standing in unison and not saluting the flag. And I try to stay out of it because my view on it was, if it's a peaceful protest, what is it really hurting? That was my view. That's my personal thing. Me and Gary were on two opposite ends of this, which is fine. But like the reason why they're doing it, I totally understand. And like I've been telling Gary, because you know we have arguments because he doesn't understand or he thinks it one way, and that's fine. I don't want him to think like me, but I also don't want him to get me to try to think like him. I'm okay with this. Hannah, excuse me. I'm okay with us being on the opposite ends. My thing is, me, myself, I choose that if I was at a sporting arena, to stand up, to put my hand over my heart, which is right hand over my heart, and I would salute the flag, and I would, say the Pledge of Allegiance. But that's just because that's my personal thing. That's what I want to do. But I totally understand them kneeling. I totally understand them not saying. I totally understand them linking arms. So I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong. I totally understand, because thinking about it as a race thing, it can easily be me and my kids. Like we could be we would, if anything happens, would be affected because we're black. And so I totally understand why they're doing it. But if I was at a sporting thing, or if I was like in front of the flag and we were saying the national anthem, I would do that. But that's my personal choice. Now, that's what the left hand is doing. So all this saying about, they're standing up and all that, okay, that's what the left hand's doing. Well, the right hand is not, like I said, this is just my opinion. The right hand is not sending relief to the islands that got affected by Irma and by Maria. And I don't remember the specific date. I think it was either early this week or like the end of last week. I don't remember. But I heard Trump personally say in a press conference that they're sending out planes hourly. And yes, Hannah, they see it. And when I hear that, how I interpret that, I can only tell you how I interpret it. That planes are constantly going out, sending relief, which, gas, water, food, medicine, or sending it out. That, to my understanding, that's what sending them out hourly means. And then so that was okay, good, yes. We could get these get people help, because I don't know if y'all remember my other video, and I don't even know if I made a video when Irma was, or no, it was Jose was, the one in Texas. When Jose hit Texas, like I was, like I didn't sleep.
Maria hit Texas.
Huh?
Irma hit Texas.
Irma.
Well, they were at the...
Okay, sorry, Irma. I'm sorry. It's just been Harvey. Sorry, guys. Harvey. It's been just so many. Okay, with Harvey, I literally slept I slept, but I didn't sleep good. Like maybe a total of 5 hours, and I probably slept 2 at night. And then got up and then took naps during the day because I was so worried about Texas. I was. And I still am. I don't know if they got any relief, and the condition of the nursing homes really bothered. It bothers me still. It really bothers me still of the condition that I seen of some of the hospitals and some of the nursing homes, and I just felt like that could have been prevented if they would have evacuated them sooner. But anyways, they some of them got evacuated, and that's all well and good, and it's good for the ones that got rescued. But then when Irma, I really didn't hear anything, but I heard a little bit. And then Maria, it was just like, okay, well she hit Puerto Rico, she hit Cuba, but then that's all. It's like, okay, now she hit Cuba, where's she going? Because if y'all know me, or if y'all seen any of my videos, Gary's mama lives in Florida. She lives on the west side of Florida. And so if Maria took the same path that Irma took, she would be hitting on the right side of Florida. So we were worried. But we didn't hear nothing about where she was going, where she was at. And so then I was like, okay, let me, I started watching to see the update on what was happening. Because when they were showing it, they literally showed a loop video for about a couple of days. And it was, when I say a loop video, it was maybe a 10 or 15 minute video, and it will go from beginning to end. As soon as it got to the end, it looped back around to the beginning. They was not giving no updates. And so I was like, okay. Then when they did give updates, they said, oh, well, they're 100% power, no power. So I'm like, okay, now I'm worried, because how does the outside world know what's going on over there, with them being an island and no way to get off the island? And then they weren't showing updates, but yet the president, the commander-in-chief, right? That's what they call him, whatever. He can go on TV and cuss out people, which it bothered me. And this is why it bothered me. and it's probably just me, but this is why it bothered me. A 2-hour rant about them kneeling, about them disrespecting the flag, literally using foul language, cussing them out. What bothers me is he should not have the right to cuss anybody out, because I guarantee if it was on the other foot, if somebody made a video cussing him out, they would be in trouble. Now, he's only human. And so with him being human and him just being a man, what you throw out is what you should be able to receive. And it's like, okay, so if he's opening the door for us to be able to cuss him out, then buddy, we shouldn't be able to have backlash. We shouldn't be able to get in trouble because he threw the first stone. So we can now throw a stone back at him. Now, I'm not saying physically throw stones at him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that anybody should be violent. That's not what I'm saying. So when I say stone, I do not mean physical stones. I mean, if he can say what he wants, if he's letting his civilian side show, then I think we should be able to let our civilian side show. Because that's all we are. We're civilians. So if you're going to cuss me out, then I'm going to cuss you out. And then we can go on our separate ways, you know. So that bothered me. Because it's like, okay, your opinion to why they're doing that is like you're not understanding when they're telling you we're doing it because of this, and then you're cussing me out and telling me that I'm doing it because of this. No, I'm doing it because of the rights of the minorities. The minorities are being killed. The minorities are being profiled. But you don't see that because you're okay with that. You are. You obviously are, because if I'm telling you, if you was my principal at school and I'm telling you the teacher is like, she's giving all of us a math test. 2 + 2, 4 + 4, 5 + 5. Okay, everybody gets the same test. But because of the minority that I am, all my answers are being marked wrong. But my friend over here with the exact same test, exact same answers, are getting all the answers right. And you as my principal, and I'm telling you, this teacher is unfairly flunking me out her class, and you're like, well, you should just learn how to do math. And it's like, okay, I'm doing math. My answers match his answers, or my answers match her answers. How am I not doing math? How is that right? Why am I in trouble? Because this teacher is falsely failing me. Does that seem fair? Does that seem fair? But yeah, if I say, okay, well, I'm going to go and not show up at school, but then do you want to send a truant officer out to get me because I'm not showing up at school? Now, I'm not disrupting the school. I'm not causing no ruckus in school. All I'm doing is just not going to the school, because obviously I go to the school, the teacher's going to flunk me, and the principal is turning his head. But I'm in trouble because I choose not to put myself in that situation. How's that fair? That's how I see it. That's just my view. I'm just saying. And then another thing that bothered me this past week, okay, and I say I don't understand, and I would like to understand, and I'm not being stupid, and I'm really serious. I just don't understand. Okay, the guy that just got fired yesterday, and they said that he got fired yesterday, or how did they put it? He resigned, or he was forced to resign. No, he got fired. If you force me to resign, that means you're firing me. Okay, or you're telling me you're going to resign with this much of your pension or no pension. Well, of course I'm going to take the pension if it's either I get my pension or I don't get it. Of course I'm wanting my pension. So he was forced to resign. And the reason that they said he was forced to resign was that he was using taxpayers' money to do government things. Okay. Now, like I said, I don't understand. Is he not allowed to do that? And I mean, I'm truly asking because I really don't know. Now, if he's not allowed to do that, then yes, that's bad. Don't do that. But if he is allowed to do it, I mean, me outside looking in, if you're doing things for the government, if you're doing a job for the government, I would thought that you would be allowed to use the plane. But that brings me to my last point of, for the last 3 weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then this Friday, today is Saturday, and tomorrow is Sunday. Trump has took, this is his third, and I use that loosely, third mini vacation. That's what they said. I don't know where he was last week. Okay. I don't know where he was the week before. This week, they said he was at a golf resort. Now, the problem I have with that, and I mean, I think if he needs a vacation, let's get some things calmed down before you go on vacation, which we'll go into that in a minute. The problem I have with the 3 mini vacations is he's taken Air Force One to these mini vacations, which is, doesn't Air Force One gas, isn't he paying for that with the taxpayers' money? I'm just asking. I don't know. Okay, let's say that he is, and then I got a bump. Stress. Okay, let's say that he is paying for it with taxpayers' money. Okay. And then the second thing is, okay, in order for him to go anywhere, he has to have his own personal team of Secret Service. And then his wife went with him, his son and his daughter and her husband. Okay, that means the president, Secret Service. Melania, Secret Service. Barron, Secret Service. And then Ivanka and her husband, Secret Service. So that means that's five different teams of Secret Service that are also on the plane to go on this little mini vacation. And probably some more. Like, I don't know who all went. Is that using taxpayers' money? Now, what I was just saying when I said I'd get back with you, my opinion, my rant, is that, why are you going on vacation? This country cannot afford to go on vacation. You, as the leader of this country, should not be able to go on vacation. And I say that because if this job is stressful, if this situation is so stressful for you, I'm sorry, this is what you signed up for. You signed up for this stressful job. And if you need a vacation every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to get rid of the stress, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You shouldn't be allowed to. Like, we all know you know how to fire people. You made your name basically with the rest of the world, or I should say the rest of the United States, by firing people. You are known as you're fired. Okay, we all know you know how to do that. You are very good at firing people. But sir, this is no TV show. This is real life. This is real life. And when you fire somebody, it doesn't affect them. It doesn't only affect them, I should say. It doesn't only affect them. It doesn't only affect their family. It doesn't only affect, like if they take care of any of their extended family. Let's say that person's taking care of 15 people at a regular job. Okay, it's going to affect them 15 people. But when you fire somebody, then it affects millions. It affects millions. So, if you're stressed out about doing this job that you signed up for, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm stressed out. I'm stressed because of, in my opinion, like I said, the thing that you're trying to pass, the new tax break. I don't understand, and I don't see how that's fair, that you're giving a significant tax break to middle class Americans. Now, your little lapdog, I don't know her name, but your little lapdog keeps saying, it's good for the people. We're doing this for the people. What people? And how she explained it, and I looked it up, and this is how I understood it, was middle class Americans is the ones that own businesses and companies. Okay? I don't own no business. I don't own no companies. So I'm not a middle class American. So you're given a tax break, a significant, your words, not mine, a significant tax break to middle class Americans. That's just going to make the new line of poverty lower. Because the people that are already below the line, they're not going to be able to survive. Like, and us that are below the line, we are already struggling to survive as it is. We are. I mean, if you own a company, okay. You own a business, okay. If I work for you, that money's not going to trickle down. It's not. I mean, how I feel like that tax thing is going to be, it's a pyramid scheme. That's all it is. It's like, okay, the top pyramid gets money from the second layer. The second layer gets money from the third layer. And then let's go on down to, like, let's make it a 10-layer pyramid. The people that is freaking on the 8th and below are like they're not able to even afford food. That's how bad it is. So how is you giving the people that owns businesses and own companies a break? How is that helping all Americans? What you're saying is, if you're poor, just going to die, because we don't want you in here anyhow. That's not helping all Americans. Because, okay, what's them getting a tax break? How's that helping the lower class? How's that bringing back jobs? Because most jobs nowadays require like a minimum of 2-year education. Well, if you so poor that you can't afford to go to college, that means you can't work. And I'm talking about, I know at McDonald's, which, you know, if I had to, I would work at McDonald's. At McDonald's, you are required to have a high school diploma. I mean, they have some summer jobs for kids, but if, like, you're required to have a high school diploma or a GED to work at McDonald's. And that's fast food. So, me working somewhere to where I can at least pay rent, and that's probably all I can do. I won't be able to eat. I'll be able to pay rent and then not eat. So you want people to go out and steal just in order to pay rent, or be homeless, live in their cars. Like, I don't understand. And I don't know. You got anything to say, Gary? He's asleep. He had to work today. Anyhow, that was just my little rant video. It's like a 30-minute video. I'm sorry. I don't understand a lot. Maybe my fear is my kids. I don't care about me. I care about my kids. And I'm a mama bear. I'm a mama Wolverine. I will claw your eyeballs out and feed them to your kin. Not Trump personally. So don't have everybody sit here and be like, oh my gosh, she's talking about ripping out Trump's eyeballs. No, I'm just saying, anybody messes with my kids. Okay, maybe I should quote Orenishi or Orenishi off of Kill Bill. Well, I mean, it kind of don't fit, but I still like it. Anyone that brings up my American or Chinese heritage again, I will collect your fucking head. Just like I did this son of a bitch. Any questions? That's how I feel about my kids. Mess with my kids, and I will collect your fucking head.